Well, guess what? Next week is Mother's Day, next Sunday to be exact. And on Mother's Day, we celebrate and show appreciation to the women who birthed us and or raised us. And if you are also a mom, you will get showered with gifts and appreciation and words of thank you and we love you, and you'll have all of this attention. You'll have all of your family, a lot of your family around you, giving you what they want you to have and filling your day with them. The reality is, though, that while we love all of the attention and we love all of the appreciation, a lot of times what mothers really want on Mother's Day is relaxation. And I'm going to spend a few moments sharing with you how you can give her just that. Welcome, ladies, and welcome to those of you who are watching the replay and listening to it on the podcast, which will hit on Wednesday. You can catch the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, you name it, and you will find Stress Talk with Marceline. So, hi, I hope you all are doing well. We're going to be talking about Mother's Day and retreating. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Marceline, and I share strategies with overstressed, over 40 super women to lower their stress levels and to get them to a just right level. Because when they are just right, we have the motivation and the energy we need to meet the challenges that we face on a daily basis. Before I get into the meat of our topic, I want to share a few things with you. If you're liking what you see on Stress Talk Live, I'm going to ask you to follow me. Follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would be really great if you would do that. And also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. You'll find me there. Not only that, if you want to get strategies directly in your inbox, here's the link to do that, because you can subscribe to the Smiles newsletter. The Smiles newsletter comes out on a regular basis, and I share strategies to help you de-stress. Now, I know that you can really go Google stress relief and you can get some strategies. The strategies that I'm sharing with you are strategies that will enable you to experience long-term stress relief. We don't want you to have to keep repeating the same things. We want you to learn strategies that will help you in the long run over the course of a lifetime. Last but not least, I want to share with you our Re-You shop, and you'll find that on forrealsocialworkers.com/Re-You, Re-You shop. Now, the Re-You shop has multiple resources on it that I have handpicked, some of which I've developed, and I know work to help you to take care of yourself, help you to replenish the energy that is being depleted, and help you to lower your stress levels. I also have resources that will help you to fall asleep quickly, sleep through the night, and wake up well rested. Whew. Okay. Let's get into the heart of the subject. Okay. Our topic today is relaxation costs nothing, and it makes a sweet Mother's Day gift. I know that's kind of like, yeah, okay, but that's not a flashy Mother's Day gift. I want to get my mother a big bouquet of flowers. Oh, hey, I want to take my mother out to her favorite restaurant. Not only that, you know what? I want to take her shopping. I want to get her that outfit that she loves so that when she steps into church on Sunday, she will be decked to the nines, right? We want to always get gifts and give gifts that we believe mothers want. Well, I have a 21-year-old and a 23-year-old, and I can tell you that it is nice getting those gifts. And my family, we don't believe in just getting gifts on special occasions. We don't wait for that. We give gifts throughout the year. We may see something that we know the other may like or enjoy, and we'll get it. So we give gifts to each other throughout the year. So that's probably why I'm saying this, partially why I'm saying this. But I firmly believe that moms who have are really involved with their children, they want to have some downtime, and they want to go beyond having a vacation. Think about the last vacation you took with your family, your children. Was it really a restful vacation, or did it involve work? Drop in the comment section if you're a mom, or if you're just someone who's vacationed with your family. Sometimes it's not as restful as you think it's going to be because you end up doing a lot of work. You end up running here and there, getting things for people, helping them to unpack the car or pack the car. If you go camping, you end up having to cook, find wood for the fire. You might even have to hunt for your food. Okay, I'm taking that a little far, but sometimes you do. The whole thing is vacations can be a lot of work, and they can also be stressful. What moms really want, I believe, as a big and the best gift is a retreat where they have time to themselves, where they have space to do and to be themselves, whoever they are, without having to answer to the role of mommy, husband, or mommy, wife, auntie, grandma, hmm, dog mommy, cat mommy, without having to answer to those roles and the multitude of responsibilities that go with it. And I wanted to share with you just a memory, and it is a fond memory that I have of a particular Mother's Day. On one particular Mother's Day, my husband decided that he was going to take our daughters to visit his parents. My in-laws lived about an hour and a half from us. And so while it wasn't a real long drive, it was a substantial drive. I mean, it wasn't like we could just go around the corner and see them. So he planned to go to his hometown to visit his parents who lived an hour and a half away, and he was going to take our girls. I was thinking, wow, I'm going to have a day to myself. I was going to have, I don't know, I was going to lay in bed and I was going to watch TV a little bit I wasn't going to jump up like I usually did on Sundays, cook breakfast, get them ready for church, get myself ready for church, make sure his shirt was pressed, clean the kitchen, and then get us out on time. I was going to have my own time. Do you know how that feels? If you know how it feels to have your own time, just drop in the comment section, my own time, my own time. But I was going to have time to myself. So over before Sunday, uh, Mother's Day came, I started thinking, I was like, okay, so I'll stay in bed for a little bit. I might even stay in bed until, wow, 10 o'clock. Wow, that was unheard of at that time, 10 o'clock. And then I said, then I'm going to take a nice long bath, get a nice warm bath. And then, I may even do my nails. And if I don't feel like doing my nails, then I'm just going to read. It doesn't matter. It's going to be my day. He's leaving early. He's taking the girls. And I'm going to have the whole day to myself. And they're going to come back late because I know that my mother-in-law cooks the best food when she was living. She cooked the best food and they were going to eat there. So they weren't going to get back until very late. I was going to have the whole day to myself. That was wonderful. Well, something happened. And that is not what actually happened. Our girls, let me get to this slide. Our girls got up that Sunday morning knowing that they were going to go with my husband to his hometown, an hour and a half away. Our oldest daughter, who you see in the purple jacket, decided, she was about 5 at that time. And at 5 years old, she was pretty clever. She woke up and she said, I don't feel so good. And I said, oh, baby, you're going to be fine. Why don't we just get you all washed up and dressed and you'll be fine. You'll go with daddy and spend the day with daddy and Grammy and Papa. I don't feel good. I don't want to go. She insisted that she was sick. And we tried all that we could, but she said she didn't want to go. I said, well, do you feel like your stomach is upset? And, oh, really? It is? And I have a headache. My head hurts. She looked pitiful too. So my husband said, well, come on. You can just go and lay in Grammy's bed when we get there. No, that was not good enough. Our daughter decided she was not leaving the house. She did not feel good. And she wanted to stay. I want to stay with mommy. So my husband relented and I did too. And I said, okay, you can stay with mommy. We'll just stay in the bed and we can watch whatever you want to watch. Well, that set off another chain reaction because our youngest daughter, who is in the blue jacket, I think that's blue. Yep. In the blue jacket, decided that she didn't want to go. Now, the thing about her is she didn't want to say. She didn't want to tell us that she didn't want to go. So she got a pouty face. You know what I mean by a pouty face? Let me show you what a pouty face looks like. This is what she looked like. Yep, that was her. She got a pouty face. She got dressed. She wouldn't talk to either of us. And she dragged herself out to the car. She gets in the car and I say, okay, baby, if you don't want to go, you don't have to go. She got her face got tighter, not looser. It got tighter. I looked at my husband. He looked at me. And he said, well, we can stop. Do you want to stop? We can stop at Dairy Queen. I mean, he tried to bribe her, and she kept that pouty face. So finally, I said, okay, just say, do you want to go or don't you want to go? I said, if you don't want to go, just shake your head no, you don't want to go. She did. She shook her head. She didn't want to go. So I took her by the hand. She jumped out of the car and we walked back into the house. So here I was on Mother's Day, the Mother's Day that I was going to have all to myself. And I had two of my babies with me. My husband said, well, it's fitting because it's Mother's Day. So it's fitting that you have both of them. Well, I guess it was kind of, it's kind of fun, kind of interesting because, and it's fun. These are the kinds of things that we would do together. This is one Christmas and they got skateboards. So I got a skateboard too. So I spent some of my, some of Christmas Day with trying to skateboard with them. You see, I have my knee pads and my helmet, and they do too. We walked through water parks as in the hot sun, walked together as they lounged in the water. I have a bathing suit on. I didn't get in the water. I was hot. I was sweating. And that's why I had my bathing suit on. The bottom line is, here's a Mother's Day in which our daughters decided that they did not want to leave their mom. And we laugh about that now. I mean, it's a big joke in our family that they didn't want to leave. They wanted to be with me on Mother's Day. And I appreciate that. I love that. We did. We stayed in bed. We watched Barbie, Fairytopia, and several other Barbie movies. And then we watched the Powerpuff Girls and I think Teen Titans too, because those were their favorite at the time. But we just stayed in bed. I made sure they had something to eat. I took care of them on Mother's Day, my day. Now, do I regret that? Absolutely not. As I said, it was a fond memory, and it's a fond memory for me. I'm saying all of this just to illustrate that oftentimes when our family wants to do something for us for Mother's Day, what it means is that we do not get everything that we need. Yes, we're shown love, we're shown appreciation, but we don't always get the rest, the relaxation, and the replenishment that we need. So, what does that mean? I'm going to tell you what mothers don't want on Mother's Day. These are things that we don't want. We don't want to have to manage the household. And when I say manage the household, we don't want to have to manage the tangible things as well as the intangible things on Mother's Day. We don't want to have to make sure that the house is running, right? On Mother's Day. We want someone else to do that. But we also don't want to have to make sure that we're attending to the emotional needs of our family. Yes, we love that. Please don't get me wrong. We love that. But we want to have a real break every once in a while. We want someone else to take that function, take that responsibility just for one day. The other thing is, we don't want to make sure everybody has eaten. We don't make sure everybody's fed. That means we don't want to cook. We don't want to monitor other people's food intake. And we definitely don't want to have to clean up. So some of you may be saying, yeah, that's why we take you out to dinner. This may be true. But when we go out to dinner, and let's say we go to a restaurant that is pricey, moms are going to be concerned about the amount of money that's being spent on the restaurant for them. And what do we say? Oh, you shouldn't have. You really shouldn't spend that kind of money. Do you want dessert, Mom? No, that's okay. We're concerned about the amount of money. The other thing is, if we go out in a big group, we're monitoring what everyone else is eating, especially if someone has a health condition that they need to watch what they eat and what they intake. So we don't want to have to make sure everybody's fed and everybody is eating what they're supposed to eat. Another thing is we don't want to have to play nurse, doctor, therapist on Mother's Day. We don't want to have to tend to boo-boos or scratches. We don't want to have to try to figure out what's really making you break out. We don't want to have to think about whatever's going on in your life because this is our day. We'll do that Monday. We'll do that the Saturday before. But allow us to step away for a moment from our role as nurse, doctor, and therapist on Mother's Day. Last and certainly not least, we don't want to be concerned about money. Dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all. Dollar, 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 dollar bill, y'all. Anybody remember that song? Say yeah, you remember. Drop it in the comments if you remember that song. We don't want to have to be concerned about money. So if you're bringing us an expensive gift or you're giving us gift cards or you're spending money on us to that extent, we don't want to have to worry about it. We don't want to be concerned that you're overspending or overindulging. Those are the things that we don't want. But let me share with you in the few moments that I have left, what makes a meaningful, memorable Mother's Day gift that does not cost a lot of money. And it could actually be free. Okay, I'm going to just take a sip of tea. This is actually Tibetan raspberry tea, and it's very good. Okay. So what makes a meaningful and memorable Mother's Day gift? A retreat. Give your mom the gift of a self-retreat. Develop an agenda for her, an agenda that will allow her to rest, relax, and replenish the energy that she has used. Just come up with an agenda. You can go over it with her, but come up with an agenda with those key things in mind: rest, relaxation, and replenishing. Give her the space that she needs. Give her space, a respite. Not only a retreat, but give her respite where she has no demands, no responsibility, and no roles to fulfill. Think about that. No demands, no responsibility, and no roles to fulfill. You want to clear the house of everything and anyone that points to responsibilities. So keep in mind, like my husband tried to clear the house of our children that particular Mother's Day, get everybody out. Take them to the park. Take them out for ice cream. Take them to visit Nana and Papa. Get them away so Mom can have her own space. But not only that, also make sure the laundry's done. Make sure the house is clean so she doesn't feel obligated to do any of those things. Also, make sure that if there are bills to be paid, that she doesn't have to do them on Mother's Day. She doesn't have to think about how they're going to get paid or when they're going to get paid because you've taken care of those things for her. So clear the house of everyone and anything that points to responsibilities. Now, some of you spouses may say, yeah, especially men, You may say, yeah, but my wife doesn't trust me with the children. Yes, she does. On Mother's Day, she trusts you. She absolutely trusts you on Mother's Day with your children. She sure does. As long as she has a break, as long as she a has respite, she's trusting you on that day to take them and have fun with them. What's the other thing that you can do to create this retreat or respite for the mom you're recognizing and appreciating? Stock the refrigerator and the cupboards with foods and snack items that she enjoys so she doesn't have to figure out what she's going to snack on or what she's going to eat. Also, you can set up a schedule if you have siblings, older siblings, set up a schedule to deliver meals to her at scheduled intervals. You don't want Uber Eats to do it, you do it. Just deliver meals to her. You don't want to take a lot of time, deliver it, set it up, kiss her on the cheek, and say, see you later. Also, leave her favorite magazines, books by her favorite artist, for her, a favorite author for her, so she can just leisurely read or look through them as she chooses. You can even create a playlist of her favorite music. It's really think about the things that she enjoys and have it readily available in the space that you've created for her, where she can spend the time on her own, replenishing her energy. Another thing that you can do is arrange for her to talk to a friend or a relative that she's not had the time to talk to for a long time. That means so much to people. It means a lot to moms to be able to sit down and talk to a loved one for an extended period of time. The other thing is, if you feel as if you want to convey messages to her, leave notes of love. In her favorite magazine, leave a note of love and appreciation for her. And the meals that you've prepared or the snacks, leave notes of love and appreciation for her. Laundry, when she goes into the laundry room and there's no laundry, leave a note of appreciation and love for her. Tell her, I did it because I love you. You're always doing it, but I did it for you because I love you. Just leave notes for her around the house. When you bring her a meal, if that's what you all choose to do, also deliver it with a note of love, something that's handwritten and from the heart. Now, the other thing that I want to point out is moms always know the nuances and quirks of their families, of their family members. For example, those two little ones that I showed you who are now 23 and 21 years old, one hated things on her toast. She loved dry toast. She wouldn't eat toast if it had jelly on it or honey. The other wanted honey or wanted syrup. But I knew that. I knew that my baby hated wet toast. She wanted dry toast. Don't even put butter on it. She didn't want that. Those are nuances that moms know about their families. When you create the respite or the retreat space for your mom and you know her nuances, it will show her that you've paid attention to her. You've paid attention to her needs, her wants, and her desires. And that's even a much greater gift than buying her a bouquet of flowers. Hi there. Good afternoon, Franklin. It's good to see you. If you have a mom out there, I hope you are treating her well and you're preparing for next week and showing her how much you care about her. So, this is what we're talking about today. We are talking about retreats Creating a space for your mom that doesn't cost a lot, but that will be the biggest gift that she could get on Mother's Day. And for those of you who are coming in late, I'm Marcelin Bailey of Stress Talk, and I share strategies for overstressed, over 40 women who are super women to help them to lower their stress levels and replenish their energies so that they have a just right balance. And with that just right balance, we have the motivation as well as the energy to meet the challenges that we meet on a daily basis. Oh, so she likes money, huh? Okay. Well, if she likes money, fill a room of it with it, okay? Fill a room of with money for your mom. I'm sure she would really love that. So I just took you through. That's funny. That's really funny. I like it. So I just took you through several things. I talked about a Mother's Day memory that I experienced with my daughters. I also shared with you what moms don't want for Mother's Day. I also shared how you can create meaningful and memorable gift on a budget. Franklin, on a budget that will give your mom a Mother's Day that she will enjoy. So if you hopped on late, feel free to watch the replay on Facebook and YouTube. Franklin said that's not going to happen. Okay, wishful thinking. So watch the replay on Facebook and YouTube. And if you have any questions around stress relief, or stress management that you want me to cover, just drop me a note, put it in the comment section, and I will definitely get to it. Remember to subscribe to the Smiles newsletter to get strategies directly in your inbox. I'm glad you joined me today. I look forward to speaking with you. I don't know. Next week, next week is Mother's Day. I may be retreating. We'll see. But I will definitely give you plenty of time. We're usually here at 4 p.m. every Sunday on Stress Talk Live. I'm Marcelin Bailey. As always, take good care.